Welcome back, brothers and sisters, to the Desire of Ages series. Hope you're well and hope you've had a good start to the week. On our last episode, we saw that Jesus in the synagogue was reading the scriptures and explaining the way the Pharisees and the Sanhedrin have not, or the priests and the teachers have not heard before. And they wanted to mold Jesus into their understanding and their ways. And they were flattering themselves that this child is someone that they could use for the benefit of themselves. But we also saw that dark light was shining amongst their darkness, and their darkness comprehended it not. We continue from Desire of Ages 80, paragraph 4. So meanwhile, Joseph and Mary were in great perplexity and distress. In their departure from Jerusalem, they had lost sight of Jesus, and they knew not that he had tarried behind. The country was then densely populated, and the caravans from Galilee were very large. There was much confusion as they left the city. On the way, the pleasure of traveling with friends and acquaintances absorbed their attention, and they did not notice his absence till night came on. Then, as they halted for rest, they missed the helpful hand of their child. Supposing him to be with their company, they had felt no anxiety. Young as he was, they had trusted him implicitly, accepting that when needed he would be ready to assist them, anticipating their wants as he had always done. But now their fears were aroused. They searched for him throughout their company, but in vain. Shuddering, they remembered how Herod had tried to destroy him in his infancy. Dark forebodings filled their hearts. They bitterly reproached themselves. Returning to Jerusalem, they pursued their search. The next day, as they mingled with the worshippers in the temple, a familiar voice arrested their attention. They could not mistake it. No other voice was like his, so serious, earnest, yet so full of melody. In the school of the rabbis they found Jesus. Rejoiced as they were, they could not forget their grief and anxiety. When he was with them, the mother said, in the words that simply applied reproof, "Son, why hast thou thus dealt with us? Behold, thy father and I have sought thee sorrowing." So over here we see that the parent's anxiety falls in. As a parent myself, sometimes when I'm in the park, or sometimes when we're in a gathering where there's a lot of people and I misplace my son, or I can't see him, you have that anxiety, that sorrow fills you, and you're like, where is he, and you're searching, and then when you see him, you find this ease. So similarly, Mary and Joseph had that same sort of anxiety with them, but Jesus was in his